What's up, UGC? Playback. Few thoughts on this card last night with Benavidez and Plant. This image I just wanted to use because it's kind of my reaction to the whole night. Kind of, there was too many things that was happening, and I said, you know what, it's getting out of hand a little bit. But starting with I want to flame the commentary, man. The commentators uh, was garbage. I saw it was a lot of I'm used to seeing commentary where they're calling their action. It was not really calling the action. There was a lot of fanboyism going on and a narrative pushing, you know, to start out, and then Ramos blazed Joey Spencer, man. Joey Spencer stepped up for the first time in his career, really, like in a real fight. Ramos was just too big. It was just Ramos was too big, man. Think Jesus Ramos, ain't Abel Ramos. Jesus Ramos. And Joey got blazed. His dad had to stop the fight, throwing a towel, man. It's a horrible way to end the fight when a white towel comes in. Ask Deontay. He know about that. You know. And then I seen Chris Colbert, Chris Colbert and El Rayo. That was a good fight, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That was a good fight. Um, there was some swing rounds. It depends on like the judges on what you like because, and this is one thing that I also wanted to criticize from the commentary because they said this in at the end of the fight, like everybody's reaction to Chris Colbert winning. Um, it was really kind of hard to score certain rounds because Chris Colbert was clearly landing more shots throughout the rounds, but Rayo was landing the bigger shots in the rounds. So the judges will either score Rayo's, effective power punching, his landing a clean shot throughout the round, like one shot, one or two shots in the round to wobble Colbert, or Colbert's constant work, jab, punches downstairs, upstairs, downstairs, even though it don't have that effect on Ryu, because Ryu was not wobbled or hurt by Colbert's shots. But it was times, man, Colbert was getting off on Ryu, and Ryu was just, you know, I get it, man. The dog in a lot of these fighters, they want to show that they can stand in there. And you know what, Ryu was showing head movement and showing some good defense in spots. But I just felt like Colbert's his skills was a little bit had the edge on Ryo, as far as the volume. But I wouldn't have been mad if it would have went Ryo's way. But the mere fact that it went Chris Colbert's way by a split margin, it was like 95-94 for Colbert. Um, like, yeah, let the fans react, cool, because people want their guys to win, cool. Jim Gray, the way Jim Gray emotionally got invested in that situation, I didn't like that. I really didn't like that. And then the commentary after that, there's some Hispanic guy doing a commentary. He says, prize fighting is about hurting your opponent. You know what? And I said, this shit kind of went a little too far, man. Like with the narrating, they just say anything to create the narrative for the viewers that uh there's no way that Chris Colbert could have won the fight because he got hurt in the fight. Whereas that's don't mean that you won more rounds, man. Like let's kill that narrative. You know what I mean? If you feel Ryo won the fight, okay, cool. Because you feel like he won more rounds, and off the knockdowns and scored early, like, you felt he got the nod. Cool. But that's not boxing though. People get hurt in boxing, but that's not how you just win the fight on the judges' scorecards based on, oh, you know what, I hurt my opponent more times. Okay, well, did you knock him out? You know, if you did knock him out, when you look out the duration of the rounds and how the judges scored it, you know, did you do enough to put it away, or did you leave it in the judges' hands? And that's what happened. Rayo left it in the judges' hands to make their decision. Um, you know, I can't really scream robbery. It was just like it was a close fight, but I definitely could see where people could feel Rayo got the edge. But hopefully they have the rematch. Hopefully Rayo, settles down, get his emotions back in check, and get the rematch, man, because he did a great job. And then Caleb Plant, man, and David Benavidez, man. Plant was styling early, bro. I'm gonna say this, man. I don't know how y'all scored this fight, but in the first 7 rounds, I had Caleb Plant winning all 7. Benavidez was trying his best, man. He was throwing punches, but Caleb was sharp. Caleb was sharp early, man. You cannot lie. If you go back and watch the fight, Caleb Plant was sharp. He was making Benavidez miss, and he was making him pay. He was making him pay. No, he wasn't hurting Benavidez or nothing like that, but Plant was styling, man. He was getting his shots off. Benavidez was frustrated. Yes, there was some holding going on in this fight, and immediately when I seen who the referee was, I already knew what time it was going to be. It was going to be some bullshit going on in this fight because that's just how Kenny Bayless is. He's just don't push him down, don't push him down. He just get in the way and get more involved than you need him to be, you know. Um, but when I looked at when Benavidez started to come on down the stretch of the fight, he definitely was putting the monster combinations on Caleb Plant, and but there was no knockdown score. So it's interesting to see how people scored it, and I was using a team stream link. Shout out to my homie Charles, but we had the team stream going on, and people in the chat was like robbery when Benavidez won the fight. So as I say, it's interesting to see how people had it, how they scored it, and what rounds did they give to David Benavidez. I definitely gave Benavidez 8, 9, 10, and 11. Those were clear for Benavidez. The first 7 were not. Those are all Caleb Plant, the first 7 rounds. But 8, 9, 10, and 11, that was Benavidez. And I gave the last round to Caleb Plant, though. My score was 116, 112 for Caleb Plant. That was just my score. They had Benavidez winning. I'm not crying about the shit. Caleb Plant didn't cry about the shit. But that's just how I scored it. And it seemed like that was what they wanted as far as, the judges had that shit scored unanimously. I would love to see their scorecard on, especially the first 6 to 7 rounds. That was clear to me. That was clear. But as far as the back again to the officiating, man, it was got your hat face, man, with Mayweather. It was horrible, super horrible. And if Canelo Alvarez does not take this fight with Benavidez after he gets done with this tune-up with Ryder, horrible, horrible Canelo. You know what I mean? Bless your fans, man, with a great fight. I think Mexicans deserve this. I think boxing fans deserve this. We are sick of seeing you fight these. No disrespect to the UK, the Europeans, but we're sick of seeing you fight these Europeans, man. You know what I mean? The dude you fight, John Ryder, y'all look identical, man, like y'all brothers and shit. We tired of seeing we're brothers. We tired of seeing you fight them. Fight David Benavidez, man. MGM Grand, UA side, whatever. David Benavidez is gonna sign a contract and make it happen. You know. Otherwise, if he does not fight David Benavidez, I'm sure Canelo will probably have to fight a mandatory, or some shit. And David Benavidez might have to just run it back again with Caleb Plant because I would love to see that again. And put that whole card on again. Not Joey, not Joey, but David Benavidez, Plant two, and then throw Colbert and Rayo on there again, man. The rematch, man. Revenge. That's all I got, man. Shout out to the UGC and everybody that watched the video. I'm out.